you've actually lost the knowledge of how to win?
I think it's part of it that when you get into a position where winning's been a big gap between the last one, the level of confidence and things you need to do to get a result do get lost. And momentum swings at the moment. I think every time in the last 5 weeks there's been a momentum swing at some stage, which we haven't been able to resist for long enough. So we kept them to 1 goal in 50 minutes of footy, and they were able to find 2 just at half time, which I thought were momentum swingers for them. And we got out 2 goals up in the third quarter. Next thing they kicked 4 and 6, and we contributed that with some average contest work, kick one straight back to them. Just key moments at the moment, hurting, and then the level of confidence and belief, if you want to call it that, does have a deflating effect for the group.
Surely the frustration would be that you're not getting blown away. You're just losing a lot of games close.
It's 5 games. Last 5 games been in front in the third quarter, last quarter, and found ways not to close it out. And it's incredibly frustrating, Warren, because the work that's going in, the general endeavour, there's little phases of the game that we're not as good at as we probably need to be, but do so much right. But then we find ways to bring the oppo back into it, and we're having critical moments in games where we're just making a mistake, which it's a game of mistakes, but ours at the moment seem to cost us goals. And that's the thing that's hurting us a lot.
And that was going to be my next question. There'd be a moment, you'd seem to have some momentum, and there would be an undisciplined free kick behind the play, or kick off.
Just the other 2 I'm talking about. The one just on half time, you keep Centrals to 1 goal in 50 minutes of footy, and they're doing so much right, and then get sucked in, the retaliator pays. Massive momentum shift, and that's a controllable from us, and that's where you're getting frustrated. Sometimes the oppo it's playing well, but sometimes we contributed to it, and I'm not here to say anything other than this group are giving it so much and doing so many things right to be in positions to win, but we're just finding ways to not be as disciplined or as complete in our game, which is then leading to close losses.
How do you keep going now for the rest of the season? Do you change things up? Is there anything you can do to get the boys more confident? Or
it's sticking to what you set out at the start, or we make slight adjustments most weeks where we're positional today. Ling and Hamilton play different positions. We've got good response from both. You have to adjust on the run with stoppages, depending on who you play, with how you set up around the ball. But I thought we moved the ball today really strongly. But incredibly low inside 50 rate. So we moved it so well to get to a point, and then we just weren't able to complete the play. So there's no diversion from the bigger picture of how we've been as a footy club, what we value. We're just got to do it better, because at the moment there's no element of the game in the last 5 opposition that have blown us away in anything. It's just our repeatability of things that go into winning games of footy.
Good job, mate. Thanks, buddy.
Good on you, Warren.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate.
You think your defence stood up pretty well throughout the game, but they had 43 inside 50s to 29, actually belted the ball in long and high repeatedly. Do you think that your defence stood up? I don't remember too many contested marks being taken.
No, they took a couple in half time. I think there's Barrow and another on top of the goal square, which are good one-on-one marks. But no, defensive were good. They've repelled a lot of attacks, made some good plays. We just put too much stress on them at times. There was a few too many inside 50s coming in there in the third quarter, late in the second, late in the third, which stresses you. Eventually they get you. But no, I thought the patch in the third quarter was the ball game. We got out marked once or twice. We kicked it straight to the oppo, which always hurts down defensive 50. And we weren't able to keep it up in our front end for long enough. And something we've been really strong at is how we were able to defend high up the ground. But I think 3 times the third quarter they went from our forward 50 all the way through, and that's a pretty critical phase of the game.
Yeah, I mentioned forwards last week and inability to finish and kick goals and jump up and take a mark. McLean actually was able to do that. He took several marks inside 50. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish it off in front of goal.
Our best kick, 1 goal 4, and he was terrific. Took most marks on the ground, I think. We thought our forward line looked dangerous all day, but when you don't provide more than 29 inside 50s, it's hard to win games of footy. So we do so much right in 3 quarters of the ground, but last quarter I think we had 11 and missed some real easy opportunities as well in front of goal, and some just basic errors that were really costly in the last quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of shallow inside 50s as well. Is it just that extra kick that you don't hit at half forward and then can turn around and get one in deep?
No, I didn't think there were too many shallow ones. I thought there was one where we quick kicked it in the third quarter, only went to the top of 50 and need to go deeper, but I thought last quarter when we want to turn it over a few times, we were able to go back in and give forwards one-on-one opportunities. So I thought forward line looked dangerous when it was serviced, but there wasn't enough.